Welcome back, everyone, and tonight we're definitely in our zone. Stalker 2 is a long-awaited sequel to the original set of Stalker games, the first of which, Shadow of Chernobyl, released back in 2007. 18 years ago. It's old enough to smoke now. Now, the series went dormant after the two follow-up titles, Clear Sky and Call of Pripyat, and the studio, GSC Game World, fell on hard times. The company was actually dissolved in 2011, not long after Stalker 2 had entered development. A lot of weird rumors. I still don't know the full story. I know there were some financial difficulties, there were rumors of, mob ties to the studio head. Even after the studio reformed, the game languished in development hell for years. I genuinely didn't think this was going to come out. And certainly not after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I mean, GSE is a Ukrainian studio. They apparently had to have some of their team relocated to working in the Czech Republic. Everything is going against this thing ever launching, and yet here it is right here on my hard drive. But, is it good? That's the question. The original was an absolute jank fest, and it's largely on the strength of the modding community and the atmosphere that's presented that made it as fun to play as it was. It was real rough unpatched, or unpatched and unmodded. And even the patches didn't really address some of the worst stuff. We are going in basically blind in this one. We are going in unmodded unless it becomes absolutely untenable. But basically, Stalker was an experience, and that experience was not always positive, let's say. But anyway, let's backtrack a bit and give a primer for those just tuning in. Stalker is a first-person shooter series set in the famous Chernobyl exclusion zone, inspired by the novel Roadside Picnic, and layering that weirdness over the real-world disaster. Essentially, since the meltdown, the laws of physics in the zone have become a bit negotiable. Strange anomalies distort physics and spit out weird artifacts. Some are dangerous, some are useful or even valuable. It's of interest to the scientific community, but it's also of interest to people that are scavenging the zone. So there's an army cordoned around there, but the titular stalkers are people who sneak in anyway and plunder the zone looking for the safer bits to bring back. Without spoiling too much, the plot of the first set of games covers why this is happening, the secret that caused the accident in the first place, and whatever the plot to this game is, by now most of the zone secrets have been laid bare. So, what could be left? What could bring us back in? Well, we're gonna find out. So, I only played just a little bit through the tutorial just to make sure the recording software works, and so far the game seems to run reasonably well on the new computer, knock on wood. It is definitely a space hog. We're looking at over 150 gigabytes, so not crazy about that. I'm gonna guess it's probably uncompressed audio. That's usually the culprit in these cases, but we'll see if there's any actual real technology going on here. Do 2 parts, but at least she let me clean her back paws too. It's rarer in the front. Yeah, that's fair. Glad she behaved herself. The original runs on a bespoke engine, which is composed 67% of bewildered and bewildering Eldritch sorcery, 42% dry kielbasa, and 38% blood, tears, and sweat of the modders it consumes. That thing has a reputation. Oh, does it ever. There are things... There are features in that game that had to be commented out, basically, fully implemented otherwise, that the game just cannot run otherwise. Like vehicles, a lot of creatures, some of the faction AI. They had big plans for it, and it's kind of a miracle it released at all, even kind of the stripped-down one. I feel that, Octal. But anyway, yeah, I didn't get too far in, just enough to basically test the game out. What the hell? Let's play on Veteran and see how hard this game can get me to cry uncle. Let's do it. What can I say? I'm a glutton for punishment. The original brought that out in me. Yeah, this game had the original games have a reputation. They were basically Dark Souls before Dark Souls was a thing. I don't think they were that bad, largely because they were mostly about ranged combat, but they definitely had their moments.
Last question, Dr. Dallin. Are you sure the perimeter surrounding the zone is really...
I can see that, yes.
If a
Slav
powerful
souls.
emission were to occur, we...
Listen, the zone has remained stable for years. Besides, we didn't establish the most advanced institution in human history without first guaranteeing its safety. As the head of the Scientific Institute for Research of the Chernobyl area, or CIRCA for short, I believe the wonders that we will bring to the world far outweigh the potential risks.
How
The
big are
dogs
these
definitely
risks
even
exactly?
things out.
The zone reveals a whole new world. We can stick with the old one, fearing change. But tell me, do you want our descendants to remember us as cowards? Or as those who dared to venture forward to a new, better humanity?
Gameplay is quieter than the cutscenes. It'll level out soon.
The injured were evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar incident happened in our region quite recently, ruining homes and livelihoods. City officials urge people to stay calm, assuring them the situation is totally under control.
Alright. Now we're in gameplay. Sort of.
You alive back there?
I'm okay.
Zone is really raging today. See that? It was a hell of a blast.
Yeah, I like that we were apparently
I
taking a
remember
nap in the
one.
truck bed there. Like we couldn't
So
sit up at the
fit.
cabin.
Are we, close?
Kind of.
I think the implication is he had to sneak us in.
The central checkpoint could be on alert after the emission, but there's another way in. Crack in the wall to the left of the fault. Bugger off! Hope you didn't lose your secret artifact along the way. It was outside the zone for too long.
Oh yeah,
it
yeah,
would
we're
have lost its
getting a
enormous
raw
energy.
experience here.
But I've got this shiny metal thing to recharge it. One lucky activation, and we have a gold mine here.
Sector 9, visual detection of the vault. I say again, Sector 9, visual detection of the vault.
Show me what you found. What the hell is this? I've seen artifacts taken from the zone before. They always burn out and fall apart real fast.
Like the moths by the lights. A lot of
But
good
this
attention
one?
to detail.
This one is not from the zone.
Oh, I bet. Where'd you find it?
In my laundry basket.
Who do you think you're talking to, huh? You have any idea what this scanner cost me? If it's not an artifact, it's gonna blow us all to hell! I won't let my hard work come to nothing because of you. I won't let you flush it
Okay,
down the
dude.
toilet.
You're at like 11. I need you at like a
This
4,
stone.
maybe a 5.
Owes me a new home. We gotta move.
So we don't have a lot of context for what these two are trying to do, but that's an example of an artifact. The kind of stuff that gets found in the zone, except this one was found outside of it. Literally by
Get
blowing
to
up
the
this guy's
scientist's bunker.
bedroom.
Nehoda will explain how to proceed with the
Or
scanner.
his laundry room.
He's waiting for you. Good luck.
So essentially, we're starting to see anomalies outside the perimeter. And it was implied in the original games that the zone could expand. until we understand, if we fail to understand the properties of it. There's more going on plot-wise, but that's the very rough, non-spoiler
Give me a
summary.
sit rep. Perimeter breached. Extensive damage caused by... Oh, fuck knows what. Copy that.
Alright.
Dispatching a response team.
So yeah, the original game started you off in kind of a starter town full of other stalkers to get you through the basics of gameplay and such, and it's a while before they introduced some of the more outlandish sci-fi stuff going on. As you can see, we are starting in the thick of it. This is an example of some of the more otherworldly things that can happen in the zone, and the properties are still not fully understood. There's a reason for it, which they explored in the previous games, but we're definitely seeing some more exotic stuff happening now. Anyway, we have mantling. Hell yeah. 18 years of technology finally paying off. So we'll go through our standard tutorial sequence here. Ooh, medkits. Mind if I do? Alright. Switch to our knife. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, anything good in here? Don't think there was. I do appreciate just how dark this game can get. You actually need your flashlight in a lot of places. Hey, canned food, I'm sure it's good. That's something just down here in this decrepit, probably irradiated basement. Yeah, a knife is an optimal tool for removing paper-thin boards blocking your path. Yeah, and cutting open locks, apparently. You'll note the peak thing here, so it might well be a thing that you have to slightly nudge a door open to see what's on the other side before committing. Stealth was very janky in the original games.
On my second lap here, I'm going blind.
It's the kind of game where drawing your
Lost contact. Stalker 3, investigate the scientist bunker.
drawing your weapon could somehow make enough noise to alert an entire compound. It was bizarre. And that... So we're clear, that's not intentional. Like, that was just a feature, if you will, of the engine. Anyway, here's another example of an anomaly. We have this electro thing moving in a regular pattern through the tunnel. Watched enough O'Neill to know the only correct and optimal tool for opening locks is another identical lock. Alright. Hey! We got us an AK. Sweet. Now, homeboy, carrying any ammo? He is. Sweet. Alright. Let's see here. Alright. Alright, IPSF Soldier's Memo. All personnel employed by the International Perimeter Security Force must comply with the following standards outlined in the Code of Professional Ethics. 1. Diligently perform service and combat duties within the scope of their authority, including ensuring the safety and security of the perimeter from threats posed by hostile fauna, referred to as mutants, and armed groups. Preventing the unauthorized crossing of the perimeter by individuals and vehicles. Bang up job there, fellas. Providing assistance to the approved scientific expeditions. There's the key word right there. Assisting adjacent IPSF units within the area of responsibility. Carrying out additional duties. And blah blah, etc. Just rules and permissions. Here's the interesting stuff. IPSF personnel are not permitted to enter areas of anomalous activity, referred to as anomalies, except when required by official duty. Possess, acquire, or otherwise engage with anomalous formations, referred to as artifacts, except when required by official duty. Receive any form of compensation from any third party, including artifacts, unofficial electronic currency, referred to as coupons, currency, services, loans, etc. Transfer IPSF-owned property to any third party. So yeah, establishing that artifacts are of interest to the wider world, and trade in them is a lucrative, if dangerous, business. But for the moment, we need to get past this thing, so we'll wait for it to go down the tunnel again. No fun allowed, basically, yeah. Officially. Alright. Alright, bro, you carrying anything? Doesn't look like it. think that's the way in. Was there anything out this way? Don't think so. Oh, okay. So that's a dead critter right there. I think that's known as a flesh. It's kind of a weird sort of pig creature, but with a really fucked up human face and like these forearm bones that use it to cut you up. Nasty thing, but not the
Stalker 3,
most
we got a
dangerous
bridge
thing in
to
here.
go. The bunker's off. Another ground team is on the way. Sal, I still don't have any maps. Stick to the perimeter. Avoid going in. I'll contact the sphere.
Alright. So, we're not terribly... We're reasonably well equipped for the start of the adventure, but, you know, we went in with just a pistol, we had to find a rifle. We've got some medkits, we have a singular anti-radiation drug. We've got an energy drink if we need to recharge our stamina, and that's about it. So we're gonna have to make this stretch until we can find someone to trade with or people to loot. Now, important detail about the games, they were sort of open world, but these zones it was basically a series of connected maps, and it wasn't until Call of Pripyat that you really got to the kind of open world stuff you'd expect from a Bethesda game. This is obviously going to be a bit more freeform, though we're still going to see some areas gated off by anomalies that you have to bypass in a certain way. So I'm curious to see how they're going to manage progression, but they appear to be having a proper open world in this thing. Yeah, not a drop of vodka, not a clink of kibosca, not even a canned snack. Yeah, well, you know, I guess we figured we'd just find whatever food we could... Find whatever food we needed in the zone. And everything would work out just fine. Alright. Oh, shit! Where's my rifle? Oof. Damn near died to the first monster. This is going swimmingly. So yeah, them things are bullet sponges. Prepare accordingly. Now, so we need to get to a bunker, because this artifact that we're carrying is of some interest to the scientific community, or potentially. And we're also kind of hoping for a payday out of this as well. Now, we need to go that way, but we need to be mindful because I forget if this is set in current year. Like an unspecified kind of current year. I assume it's something approaching modern day, if not near future. But basically, it's been decades since the eruption, but obviously the zone is still heavily irradiated on top of the anomalous dangers it presents. Oh, man. Yeah, that is to be expected, Kren. Actually, I should... I'm gonna need to know this. What are the quick save and quick load buttons? Controls... Keyboard settings. Here we go. Quick save. I like that this is at the very top. Quick save, F5. Quick load, F8. We're gonna need that. Hold on a second. Did that save? Hang on a second. It did. Okay, good. Yes, yes, yes. We are ready to roll. Take place in 2002. Oh. What did I just do? Just jam my... Oh, I think I accidentally hit the medkit button. Okay, take place in 2022. Based on the notion it said a decade after the first game, which was 2012. That's it. Okay, yeah. It was very near future in that sense, but still a game made in 2007, so it hadn't quite predicted smartphones. Instead, everybody uses kind of PDAs, which are these very similar universal devices, but a little bit clunkier. But it is kind of an interesting time capsule of life before smartphones. Let's see. Yeah! So yeah, we get a small abandoned village here. Just checking for supplies, as you do. Alright. Oh, damn. Okay, so we actually need food. Alright. This is new. In the previous game, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if food was a regular need, so much as a way to... Actually, it might have been. It might have been. It's been a long time. Anyway, we got our sausage, and I like that we're just picking it up off basically the ground here, or the shelf in this abandoned house. Let's see. What do you got, pal? Ammo, very useful. Medkit, another energy drink, sweet. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and eat. Why not? And how are we doing here? Yeah, should be fine. I know there's a button to just eat. Although I think there's actually an animation for it, but I believe you have to eat it where you find it. I don't know if there's a hotkey button for it. But anyway, you're already kind of seeing the starting rhythm of play here, where you're creeping through a lot of abandoned buildings and things that are sort of like Soviet-era ruins that are essentially locked in time, that are also further distorted by the anomalies. Now there's a light in the window, that's concerning. So we're going to want to be careful. Because mutants are deadly, but predictable. Humans, not so much. They are unpredictable. Ooh, vodka. Alright. Alright, yellow paint guy is helpfully telling us where to go. Oh, fuck me. Okay, yeah, I saw that. There was like a brief glimpse of a bloodsucker there. A notoriously dangerous mutant. One that can turn invisible, basically. So if they're expecting us to deal with that right at the starting gate, we're having some problems. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the more dangerous mutants. If it gets in close, it's got ya. New keyboard does this thing where you gotta hold down a button and then hit your function keys rather than just hit the function keys. That's annoying. There we go. Alright. Now, I don't think we're in immediate danger. I think that was a scripted kill. You can never be too sure. Alright. Homeboy, you carrying anything? I'll take that, thank you. We don't want to load ourselves down with weapons. They sell well, but they're pretty heavy. The real money is going to be in supplies and artifacts. Yeah, famous last words. Yeah, it probably is.
Have you reached the bunker? Find Dr. Ngoda. He's agreed to give you the coordinates.
Alright.
I don't think it'll be that easy, but I'll figure it out.
Now, the scientific community works in the zone by these essentially these bunkers are essentially airdropped in as a complete unit. And it's a sealed environment in which they can work and study the zone and various artifacts and such. Well protected. In fact, the front entrance down there is locked. So we're gonna go in through the roof. Hey, come here, you. Give me the ammo. Thank you. Military base in the first map in Stalker. Oh, do I ever. That was the source of many, many deaths. Got in there by accident, caused an absolute massacre, and then loaded all the weapons onto a corpse and dragged it to the shop guy by the foot. Oh, hey, that's great. I forgot you could do that. Just load bodies up and just use that as essentially a piece of luggage. Stalker definitely had its share of open-world jank, and in a way that was part of its charm. Human backpack, exactly. That was a good source of military hardware in the early game. Alright, down we go. Doc?
What the fuck happened here?
Uh-oh. Okay. This is gonna complicate my, payday here. Excuse me, sir. I have an artifact with the... I have an artifact stuck in a science thing. I was told to bring it here. Can I have money? You're not carrying money. Alright, I'm taking that as advance payment. Hope you don't mind. But, yeah, as you can see, someone else has visited this place, and not to their benefit. Oh dear. Okay. Alright. This guy's using a NATO rifle. Interesting. Actually, that is true with the scientist there. Ooh, alright. Artifact detector. Alright. Now this was an element added in Clear Sky. Let's see. Where's my... There we go. Where artifacts are... In Shadow of Chernobyl, artifacts were more or less visible, but you had to get close to... anomalies to acquire them, and better artifacts were located in more dangerous anomaly fields. In Clear Sky and onward, the artifacts were actually invisible until you got close enough, so you didn't quite necessarily know there'd be something to find unless you had a detector. This one emits kind of a steady pulse that gets quicker as you get close to something. So this is how we'll be able to find them once we actually get out into the world. Living like danger when I start looting a corpse while turning his back to an open door he didn't even peek into. You know, there's stuff to acquire. Yeah, just pound an energy drink, why not? I'm a single-minded person. If Baldur's Gate was proof of anything, is that I am very well suited to being a rogue. Well, okay, in the sense that I go for the obvious treasure.
Any updates?
And, you know, don't check for traps.
So are the other scientists.
So in that sense, I'd be a very poor rogue.
Dead? Oh, God. We're screwed. Get out of there immediately.
Stop freaking out and tell me where the data is stored.
Find his laptop. The coordinates should be in there.
Right. Hey, what do we got here? Hey! Alright. You know what? Hang on a second. Since we got a NATO rifle and a Warsaw-packed rifle, why split the ammo pool? I find it interesting that we don't know a lot about our protagonist yet. Like, obviously, they are at least somewhat familiar with the zone and have the contacts to get into it, but we don't know if we have, like, a criminal or military background. As far as I can tell, we're just a guy. Yeah, that's basically a more powerful first aid kit. And bollocks. Can I put stuff in hotbars? I think I can. I think I can switch this out. Yeah, you know what? I will do this. So that way we got food on hand. There we go. Now we're ready for some business. Now, laptop, here we go. Oh god, look at this thing. This is someone's Lenovo ThinkBook, and
Hey, Nagoda. What's up?
they just haven't been able to pick up anything that was made after 2005. Yeah, Windows 95, no kidding.
Means new coordinates. New coordinates means a new bill.
Nagoda's dead. I'm Mr. Client.
Whoa. That's a hell of a mess you got there, boys. Well, screw that smart-ass bastard. I never liked him anyway. Hold on a sec, Mr. Client. Did Herman at least tell you what to do with the coordinates?
I don't know, you tell me.
Remind me.
Holy fucking cow. Will you let me eat in peace for once? Alright, follow the coordinates and stick your scanner into the ground, and then back off. When it's all done, you pick it up. Got it? If not, that's your problem. I'm not a damn help desk. So long, Mr. Client.
Alright.
Do you have the coordinates? I hope you do. Things are about to get a little more complicated from here.
What do you mean,
Good
about?
thing it's been a walk in the park until now.
First, find the detector. This is a mobile lab. The scientists ought to have at least one.
Way ahead of you, brother.
I've already got a detector.
That's not
You'll
good.
need to acquire an artifact to shield yourself from the scanner's radiation. If you don't, you might end up joining the Goda.
How?
Find an anomaly. After the emission, it shouldn't be that difficult. Then use the detector's signal to navigate it. If the stalkers have figured it out, I'm sure you can too. After that, attach the artifact to your belt and go plant the scanner. Just try not to get killed in the anomaly. That would be rather embarrassing.
Uh-huh. Getting a lot of faux British in this game. Alright. We're going to want to be careful here. Hang on a second. Wait. There we go. Alright, let's see, hang on a second. Where's the coordinates we're supposed to go to? Alright. This way. Alright, so there's an anomaly down here. Ah! Near the glowy stuff. That helps. Yep. Now, you want to make a distinction between the tick of the Geiger counter and that... Let me put it this way for a second. And that chirping we're hearing right now. That is your audio anomaly warning. That basically lets you know by frequency how close you are to stepping into something dangerous. Whereas this detector lets you know how close you are to an artifact. Important distinction. Anyway, this is not just some industrial chemical. This is itself an anomaly of the zone that it creates some kind of liquid that basically works like acid. This actually is working to our benefit, because this at least has an obvious visual indicator. Not every anomaly is going to be so kind. There. Got it. Alright. Oh, shit. Ow, 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 ow. A little bit of acid, it's fine. Alright, place him in his... Oh, shit! Oh, God! We got a bloodsucker. Back inside, back inside! Fuck me. Okay, yeah, that got me. Jesus Christ. We're an hour into the game and they're throwing this at us. Okay. This guy was being nice, basically, because very often these guys can actually grapple you in close quarters and feed on you, hence the name. They basically, a little hard to tell, but they have these Cthulhu face tentacles, and they sort of wrap around you and drink you. It is very uncomfortable. That was actually something added in one of the later games. They couldn't originally do that, but they are nasty in close quarters, and normally they can take a lot of bullets, so I think we just got lucky there. Not a bad thing to be in the zone. Anyway. So we picked up this thing, this slug artifact, and a common artifact found in acid anomalies. When hit by a heavy object or dropped onto a hard surface, the slug quickly hardens for 0.1 seconds. This offers some radio protection, so let's see. The trade-off with some artifacts is they are themselves radioactive when worn, so you may need another artifact that can offset that. These are your primary means of character progression in the zone. There are no levels per se. You don't gain experience or anything like that. You basically progress by getting new gear, by getting better weapons, armor, and better artifacts, which actually do alter your physical properties and let you take more damage, let you recover health faster. It's an interesting system, and it means you're still quite vulnerable even late in the game, once you're actually better equipped. But, let's see, can we equip this? Where does this go? Ah, here we are. Alright, equip the artifact, optional, start scanning at point 1. Yeah, I think it kind of depended on how you ran across them. I definitely had situations where they were a serious problem up close. But once you actually did start getting better guns, they were usually less of an issue. Not a non-issue, because they were obviously invisible until they got close, but less of one. Anyway, we are meant to go. But there are still more dangerous mutants out there, for sure. Alright, on to point 1. Looks like we go this way. Oh, okay. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Musketeer. Alright. Actually, is there a take-all? There is, yes. Thank you. Alright, stay sharp. I remember one time in Call of Pripyat, I was out late exploring one night, and a group of stalkers were patrolling, and there was a bloodsucker on the hunt. And actually saw it go through a body of water and saw the footsteps it was making in the water because it hadn't decloaked yet. And then suddenly a shotgun blast rings out from the stalker patrol and hits the thing, and they take it out with a bunch. They take it out with some weirdly well-coordinated gunfire. And I don't know if the AI was actually smart enough for this, but I got the impression the team was using me as bait. It's kind of hard to explain. The AI in this game, the AI in these games has historically been better than most as far as intelligent behavior goes in a firefight. Now, it's not perfect. You certainly ran into situations where it was twiddling its thumbs or doing something that led to its demise, but as far as simulating life in this zone, and as far as responding to threats, it usually went about that reasonably well. Humans were consistently the most dangerous enemies in the game. Depending on their gear, obviously. Alright, I think we got us another anomaly here. Nope. Okay, anomaly, no artifact. Right, yeah, because... God, 2007, what even would be the competition there? Probably, maybe Halo 2 or 3, or... Half-Life 2 would have been 2005. Ooh, is there... Doesn't look like there's anything in there. Oh, but also, I'm not hearing the anomaly detector. Oh, this is the place where I set the scanner. Okay, yep. Alright, scanner goes here. Yeah, still some Unreal games. Now, Unreal was a game with some fiendishly clever AI. That game could challenge you.
You alive?
I'm okay. Is charging always this noisy?
Okay, now I think we do have an
No,
anomaly
but
here.
that rock of yours is pretty unusual. Check the scanner, quick. Is it charged?
Appears to be. Nope.
I knew it! I told you to get out of there! Hurry back or I'll leave without you!
Calm down. I've got some time left.
Ow, 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 ow!
Heading for the next spot.
Okay, we need to get out of this field now. Now, in the first game, they had a thing where you threw bolts to determine the radius of danger zones, basically. Because most anomalies had invisible... were mostly invisible until you got close enough to trigger the effects. So bolts were a way to sort of suss out their activation ranges. We don't appear to have that here. Hey, Kirby. Oh, shit. Damn it. We got hostiles. Drink time, just a sec. Okay, what was that? Yeah, I know how to aim, game. What? No. Okay, why am I leaning? What the hell? Don't drink. Okay, I appear to be stuck in a lean, and I don't know why. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta look at the controls here. How do I lean? How do I unlean? Okay, lean left, lean right. So I think I hit lean right on accident. Alright, so it's a toggle, not a hold. Good to know. Alright. Alright. Looks like it was just those guys. Looks like they were bandits, too. They wore the signature coat. Enemies tended to be color coordinated, so, you know. They would usually be wearing faction attire or outfits that indicate their general disposition. Naturally, these guys are the always hostile to the player faction. Ooh, bread. Nice. No, nothing exciting. I was out by my sister's for Christmas, but I flew back the day after. Where's that music coming from? It's over there somewhere. Alright. Looks like they had a small campfire here. Anything useful? Oh, hey! Food! Hell yeah! Food and vodka. Nah, there weren't really fireworks around here. I mean, some guy was setting them off in their backyard. Alright, let's find out what this is about. This might actually be a bandit camp. Actually, I should probably turn my light off. Alright. I can hear the Geiger going off, so we want to be careful here. It's not always a given that water is radioactive. What you usually want to avoid is, like, wrecked vehicles or ruined buildings. Anything that looks like it has been here for decades. Anything man-made, I should say. Alright. Lights off. Let's see what we got here. What? Shit! What was that? The hell was that?
Time to plant this scanner and get out of here.
Oh shit. Is this a poltergeist? Oh, fuck me. Okay, no, we gotta get it. We gotta get to cover. This is a problem. That's the problem, Kirby. This one might be fire. Oh shit. Shit on me. Alright, eyes sharp for electrical distortions. I think the damn thing's on the second floor. Yeah, there it is. Ah, motherfucker. Heal, heal. God damn, okay. Can we get indoors and kill this thing? This is a problem. Essentially, this is a ghost. Sort of. It is a psychic mutant. It is hard to kill, but that weird cloud thing is in. Please stop changing weapons. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, here we go. That'll do. Yeah, you can see that there's little puffs of blood there. So we're hitting it and doing damage. It's a very imprecise target. And you want to stay on the move because the thing can fling fizz props at you. Anything in the... Got him! It's down. Alright, we're clear. I'm not sure where the music's coming from. Somewhere in the building. Yeah, that was deviously well hidden. Okay, that was me just hitting the button on accident. Also, why am I... Okay, I think I'm just swaying for the vodka. Fair enough. Alright, no way up... Oh, here we go. No, no, no. We're in there. Just seeing if there's a way up through here so that we can loot the place where it was. Doesn't look like there is. Honestly, that's generally the smart play. Those things aren't kidding around. Oh, ladder. Here we go. Yeah, that was one of the more memorable encounters in the first game. The way they... Okay, I saw something appear in front of me. But yeah, the way they appeared with basically no build-up or fanfare whatsoever. God damn it. Okay. Here's another annoyance. I'm used to Q and E being the lean buttons, but those are your hotkeys for medkits and whatever you set there. Whereas the C, which I'm used to being your crouch button, is your lean button. Oh, that's right. I forgot I can mantle. Good catch. Alright, here we go. Oh, change frequency. Alright, so we're going to have multiple radio stations. Sweet! But yeah, the introduction of the poltergeist in the first game was extremely memorable. Because they did not tell you anything about that at all. Like, you'd seen mutants before then, but nothing quite like that. Like, you would go into this lab and then suddenly a box would suddenly float up in the air without explanation and then get thrown at you. And you're like, what is even happening here? Is this a monster? Is this ghost? Is this place literally haunted? Let me try this. Can I jump? Apparently I can't quite reach. Arm's too busy carrying gun. And yeah, a lot of the game was like that, where threats would be introduced without much preamble, and part of the challenge was just learning to deal with them. I did, yeah, I just had ammo and such in it. Oh, hang on a second, getting hungry again. Actually, might as well put that on here. There we go. Like they were eating with the knife. Yeah, just a couple of the meatier bits on top, that's all we need. Yeah, the controller was nasty. Because, yeah, you're up against something that can attack you psychically, and it's not even clear what's happening until you realize you do damage. Okay, hang on a second. Are we in the right spot? We are, okay. Start scanning at point 2. Ah, here we are. Yeah, I'd better save. Okay. This is a problem. This is something that by itself doesn't mean much, but means there is probably a group called the Monolith here, which is essentially a bunch of brainwashed stalkers that worshipped something in the center of the zone from the first game. They were still a problem after Call it Chernobyl, after the Monolith faction had been unseated from the nuclear power plant, but until that point, they were its primary guardians, and essentially protected the secrets of the zone. Like, they were former stalkers that had essentially been brainwashed into serving an unknown purpose. And this is an example of the stuff they built in Pripyat. Yeah, Idi come near, yeah. What you want is here, Stalker. That was a hell of a final sequence, I gotta say. Alright. Let's see if we can do this weird little science experiment here. Alright, let's back way off. Get out of the bubble of weirdness. Generally a bad place to be. Alright. Okay, no artifacts. You can see we have us a burner anomaly here. You can actually see the heat haze where these things cook off. So there's a bit of the visual cue. But you still want to be extremely careful and listen to and keep an eye on your scanner. Or keep an eye on or an ear on your alarm.
Herman, Solder's premium coordinates smell like a scam.
His coordinates always work like a charm. But the emission could have thrown a wrench in the works.
We'll find out soon.
I did search that guy, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Well, we gotta go ahead, but there's a whole bunch of radioactive material here, so we're just gonna have to be quick about it.
Skif! Are you there? The place is swarming with soldiers! They're gonna shut everything down, and then you'll never get out of the zone!
Just one spot left.
Did you hear me? Drop the damn scanner and come back right now!
I've got nowhere to go back to, Herman. Over and out.
This is just something I gotta do, Herman. You wouldn't understand. Alright. So we can expect soldiers up ahead. That's just great. Alright. Hey. Damn it! Alright, let's get out of the water. Probably some radioactive material in there. Let's see. I think vodka still treats some radiation. Yes, it does. Perfect. Which, you know, it doesn't really, but that was part of the lore around the cleanup operation at Chernobyl, which was that workers were basically given vodka in place of anything meaningful to treat the radiation, and it didn't really help them. It just kind of made them not care. Which I'm not even sure if they really had medicine at the time. Like, if you were in a hospital, maybe, but nothing you could give to people in the field. Like, I don't know when Prussian blue was a thing, but probably not widely available in 1986. Iodine tablets, that's it. Yeah, I'm a little unclear on what exactly would be used to treat in that case. Probably, at the time, resources were probably strained.